The story of Alexandra Capelouto is a tragedy. She was a young woman with her whole life ahead of her, but it was cut short by a fentanyl overdose.
It's heartbreaking. It's hard to imagine the pain her parents must be going through.
Alexandra's law would require a formal warning to be given to anyone with a drug-related conviction. It would inform them of the dangers of dealing drugs, and that they could be charged with murder if they distribute drugs that lead to someone's death.
That's a good idea. It would give drug dealers a chance to understand the consequences of their actions.
The Capeloutos are also suing Snapchat for its role in the distribution of deadly narcotics. Alexandra and Brandon McDowell communicated over Snapchat when she bought pills from him.
That's interesting. I wonder if Snapchat will be held accountable for its role in this.
It's a complex issue. Snapchat is a platform that can be used for good or bad. It's up to the courts to decide if they're liable for the actions of their users.
I agree. It's a difficult situation, but it's important to hold people accountable for their actions, whether they're drug dealers or social media companies.
The Capeloutos are determined to make sure that their daughter's death is not in vain. They want to make a difference and prevent other families from going through the same pain.
I admire their strength and determination. They're doing everything they can to honor their daughter's memory.
It's a difficult situation, but they're fighting for justice. They're fighting for their daughter, and they're fighting for other families who have lost loved ones to fentanyl overdoses.
I hope they succeed. It's a long and difficult battle, but they're making a difference.
They're suing the drug dealer who sold her the fentanyl. He's already in prison, but they want to hold him accountable for her death.
I understand why they're doing that. They want justice for their daughter.
The drug dealer, Brandon McDowell, was only 20 years old when he sold Alexandra the drugs. He's now 25 and in prison, but he's been ordered to pay $5.8 million to the Capeloutos.
That's a lot of money. I wonder if he'll ever be able to pay it back.
It's unlikely. He's in prison and probably won't be able to make much money, but the Capeloutos are determined to make sure he's held accountable.
I think it's important that they're doing this. It sends a message that drug dealers will be held responsible for their actions.
The Capeloutos are also advocating for legislation that would make it easier to hold drug dealers accountable for deaths. They're calling it Alexandra's Law.
That's a good idea. It's important to have laws in place that protect people from these kinds of tragedies.